This man and his wife were divorcing each other, but then had second thoughts and wanted to see if they could save their marriage.
Neither one of us really wanted to get divorced. We have a young child.
But in the midst of the reconciliation, Anthony Pacelli got the shock of his life. His wife, Atesa, was having a torrid affair.
How did you find out?
At some point later, I discovered text messages on her iPad that were the complete exchange from the moment she met this guy.
And you'll never believe who the other man was. His wife's $450 an hour divorce attorney. The text exchanges were flirty, even steamy. Atesa even sent her lawyer bikini selfies.
Should you not take some responsibility for some of these text messages, though?
Absolutely. I do take responsibility for it, and I did write those text messages. But what I would say is that, again, they weren't text messages that represent who I am. The representation of a very screwed up period in my life.
According to court documents, Atesa and her attorney got drunk during lunch and went back to Atesa's apartment and had sex.
It was a situation where, at the time, I felt like I didn't know what was going on. I was so intoxicated. I remember saying no. I remember him on top of me. I remember having sex, but I don't remember the specifics of kind of how we got to that point. I do know that I was not in any state of mind to consent.
There are text messages between the two of you. You write, "I miss you, very confused."
Confused is correct. These text messages were text messages between an emotionally wrecked woman and a man who had just taken advantage of her in the most horrible way. And also, I was deeply in denial about what had happened.
When Anthony discovered the affair, he says he was furious. The divorce was back on. But then he came to the conclusion that his wife had been manipulated by her divorce lawyer.
This guy's a bad guy. He's a terrible person. He took advantage of someone who was very vulnerable.
For the sake of their 4-year-old daughter, the Pacellis are now back together. And they have filed suit against the Manhattan divorce lawyer, Peter Cedeno, alleging malpractice and sexual assault. Joshua Bachner is the attorney who filed the lawsuit.
It is the attorney's burden, it is the attorney's obligation to make sure something like this never happens. There can be no consent in a relationship like this.
Since the couple has reconciled, they've withdrawn their divorce papers. A spokesperson for Mr. Cedeno has denied the allegation of wrongdoing against him.